What does a sector in the future look like? So one of the ideas I would argue that we need to embrace more is this idea of the edge of chaos. Now, this is an idea from evolutionary biology, and it basically suggests that systems, problems that we face, can be likened to the different states of matter. So you can have problems that are like solids. They're rigid, they tend not to change very much, and they're reasonably predictable. At the other end, you've got problems that are a bit more like gases. There are many kinds of things going on at the same time, and it's actually very unpredictable, very hard to know. And in between, you've got liquid problems. They're neither solid nor gaseous, but this is the kind of edge of chaos. They're not too frozen, they're not too rigid, they're not too chaotic. There's just enough space, just enough scope for creativity, just enough scope for novelty and newness. And I think my argument would be the aid system needs to move away from the kind of the simplicity of the solid state, if you like, and they need to not become too chaotic, but try and embrace that space in the middle. And that space in the middle is really where it can be more adaptive, more innovative, more relevant, more appropriate. And this set of transformations is something that people have been calling for it for many years. And I think it's fundamental if we want to address issues of poverty and vulnerability. The traditional model of aid is a kind of architect-based model of aid, that you can design it in a room away from the context, and you get essentially builders and people that can implement the program, the equivalent builders that can go off and build the thing. And I think what aid needs to shift to is much more of a kind of gardening model, where you've got multiple things growing in your garden. You need to observe, the changing seasons, the changing patterns, and you need to be able to promote things. You need to be able to facilitate and foster and enable your garden to flourish. And in much the same way, with this kind of approach, it's much less about control. It's much more about fostering and facilitating.